Yo, it's your boy Hustle from Hustle Society Trap Podcast, man. I got my special guest in here, man. I got my brother in here, Reggie My Hand. You already know who he is. He been on the show, the platform many times, man. But we came back on this platform today to talk about this playoff committee selection, the playoff bracket, because we've been talking about this for about how many days, Reggie?
The last week at least, when they dropped out that final ranking, well, before the final ranking.
Right, right. We've been dropped on talking about it. Also, yo, like I say, the biggest losers out of this playoff bracket to me, because I got a part one on this show, but I had to do a part two with my brother because we've been dropping jewels and knowledge and we've been going back and forth. We agree on some things, but some things we don't agree on. So you about to see, you about to see. But anyway, to me, the biggest loser to this playoff bracket to me is Miami
So,
Hurricane. Now,
so, well, I'm a little biased though. Give them
why
hell
you
out,
say you biased?
give them hell Alabama roll tide. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Well,
like the loser,
okay, okay.
biggest loser. You know what I'm saying? But I can't be mad though.
No, I can't be mad. I mean, I'm an Alabama fan too. We already know it's roll tide all day between us anyway. But at the end of the day, I just feel like, yo, if that was the case of the selection, like me and you said, you should have left us out from the get go.
Dang, don't even play with me.
Yeah, don't play with me. I mean, you already causing the uproar, putting a 9-3 team into the playoff bracket. So they causing ruckus with Miami. That's
Dang,
why I say to me, at the end of the day, Miami Hurricanes are the biggest losers in this, if you ask me.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? You get left out. I mean, SMU, like we said, who did SMU play?
Nobody.
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 SMU didn't play nobody. And you lost in the conference championship game.
Exactly.
And you don't put Miami in?
Exactly. They didn't even play the teams that Miami played. You know what I'm saying? That's
No.
supposed to be right. You know what I'm saying?
In which I agree, we are one of the best teams in the nation. You get what I'm saying? Even though our record don't show it, that Oklahoma game hurt us. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Lots of people want to talk about the Oklahoma game, but let's look at some of these losses that some of these top ranked teams took too as well.
Exactly.
We looking at stats, we looking at numbers, we looking at rankings, we looking at everything else. That's why me and you talked about we feel like it's no consistency.
At all. From top to bottom.
So I mean, how do you feel about the bracket starting off before we get into the nitty gritty?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think the field was what it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, we knew what it was going to be based upon how the season was going, anyways. You kind of kept the same teams around the top, even when Ohio State took their losses. You know what I'm saying? They weren't playing nobody, to be honest. But, you know what I'm saying? Even though they took their losses, they stuck around the top. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I think I think the field is what it is. It's decent, you know what I'm saying, overall, what it's supposed to be. But I don't think it's just a whole lot of dominant teams this year. So that's why I was hoping that Alabama could sneak in on the bite, though. You know what I'm saying, and possibly get in and make a run. But I don't think it's a lot of dominant teams. So I think they got it right. I think the controversy came where, you know what I'm saying, they pretended like it was going to be strength of schedule and all this and that. They put us in, dropped Miami out. You know what I'm saying? So then you turn right around, and then the following week you go against everything that you said. You know what I'm saying? You throw Clemson in there. Of course, they had the conference champ, had to go in there. But based on strength of schedule, you know what I'm saying? SMU should have dropped out too. Their schedule wasn't as strong as Bama's. That's why they kicked Miami out, right? That's
Right.
why they went out. So where's the parity? Why did it change the following week? You know what I'm saying? I think they just didn't want to deal with all the controversy that came with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just think they let them slide in there. You know what I'm saying? But like you said at the beginning of the show, Miami is the biggest loser for that simple reason right there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way SMU should have went in. They should have fell out. Miami should have back in. It would have been it what it is. But
Right.
but they say you don't want to penalize a conference champ loser. You know what I'm saying? I mean a conference championship game loser.
But at the end of the day, okay, if you saying okay, we're putting Alabama, like I said, we should have been left out
Mm-hmm.
from the get go. If this is the case, this is how you playing because you're talking about the strength of schedule. You're talking about playing these ranked teams.
Exactly.
So okay, if you show my team record, my key wins versus SMU key wins, that's crazy. Then,
Not, not,
huh?
not, it's nowhere near like the same. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got Georgia, which was ranked #1 at the time. You know what I'm saying? We got LSU on the road. You know what I'm saying? We got like good key wins, like a Missouri. You know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
the top 25. You know what I'm saying? And we pretty much blanked them. You know, and what was the other one that we had? That counted for us. It was another good one. Another good one.
South Carolina.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
South
It
Carolina.
was ranked, and they finished strong. They actually took us to the wire, but it was a W. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, with that being said, they don't even compare. Do they beat any of them teams? Like, I know it's just hypothetically speaking at this point, but do they beat any of them teams?
I don't think so. I mean, you got to look at. Don't nobody want to play South Carolina right now.
They hot. They hot right now.
They don't nobody want to play South Carolina, and it's tricky with LSU too as well. Missouri, you don't want to play Missouri. You know what I mean? You
They
don't want
beat.
to play Georgia.
I don't think they beat them teams at any point in the year. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Beginning now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they beat them at all.
no. And
No,
you got to think how many games did the SMU play against the top ranked teams? Because if I'm mistaken, those teams that they did
I think
beat,
they two and lost. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
25 teams, and I think they lost both of them.
So this is why I'm saying this. When you
Have to
take
think,
a
you know.
when you take a Miami record and you see who they lost to, you get what I'm saying? I
Right.
feel like those are better losses than what SMU lost to. You get what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you talking about who playing, and you think about the key wins, LSU, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
you can't you can't just come in the SEC and think you're gonna dominate all the time. You feel where I'm coming from? So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just think they're the biggest losers out of it, and lots of these teams, I just feel like had a cupcake schedule. This goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like, okay, now do we
It was
schedule these top?
BYU. That's what it was, though. But go
They
ahead.
were not.
It was BYU and Clemson.
Okay, that's what it was. Now, so now, do we go in there? Do we think about these non-conference games now? Do we want to schedule? You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't matter about the strength of schedule,
You know what? What? At the end of the day, everybody always want to criticize. I just can't help but go back to Bama. They criticize Bama for not playing anybody tough on our, schedule, anyways. So now just give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? We play 8 out of 11 games. You play 8 of them SEC, anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me give you case in point what I'm saying. Yes, I do agree with you. I don't think they should play the tough games. You know what I'm saying? Why? Like, what was it? The SEC commissioner that was saying that. You
right?
know, I think Kirby's touched on, as well as Lane Kiffin. But the
Right.
thing is, though, I agree. Why not? Because if you look at these other conference, ACC, what I'm saying, Big 10, Big 12, they play their conference schedule, which is 8 games also. But who are they playing? You see,
Exactly.
they
And we
not.
talked about that.
You see what I'm saying? But our 8 games is going to be against 9 times out of 10. It's going to be out of those 8 games. You probably going to have 5 ranked. You know what I'm saying? You going just about. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how tough the SEC is, and then adding Oklahoma and Texas has only got tougher.
Right.
So I wouldn't add nothing to it. I wouldn't take. I'll take all cupcakes. I play 8 tough ones, and the other 3, I play FCS school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what's the purpose? Because you don't benefit from it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't. You don't.
So it's like they gonna criticize you, but one thing I do say, I would like for the criteria to remain the same, regardless of what it is. If this is what we gonna do, like wins and losses matter the most, then just let it be that. Don't talk about strength of schedule because I feel like that's how Miami got hosed because of strength of schedule, that hoopla, and then they switched it up on them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you. I totally agree. I don't think you should schedule them non-conference joints. You know why? Why should Bama have to play Ohio State? Or why should Bama have to play a Michigan or Penn State or whoever on top of your SEC
Yeah.
schedule?
Yeah. And,
Man,
and I totally agree because now let's say if I play like okay, we played Georgia. After we played Georgia, who did we have to go play in the SEC? We had to go play Vanderbilt. People
Vanderbilt.
acting like these games don't take toll on your body. We played an LSU
It's,
game.
it's,
Then we had to play. Then we had to go play an Oklahoma game. You get where
mm-hmm.
I'm coming from? And they say we schedule a big non-conference game like we have on our schedule almost between 2026 and all that. They say Ohio State, Notre Dame,
supposed to be
Florida State.
a big non-conference game. This was supposed to be Wisconsin, but they just didn't live up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? We actually hurt their quarterback in that game, but they didn't live up to the hype. So
Right.
supposed to be because these joints are made 2 years out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? 2 plus. You know what I'm saying? These schedules are made 2 plus. So we didn't know they was gonna be trash, but that's just what we did. We went in there and whooped them, and they're like, we don't get no credit for that one. But guess who that is? That's a Big Ten team. You
Yeah.
know, the
Yeah.
same trash that Oregon. How did they get 4 in anyways? The same trash that Oregon, Penn State, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? What's the fourth one? They got another one in too.
You got hold on. Ohio State, Oregon,
Mm-hmm.
Penn State,
Mm-hmm. And Indiana.
and is it
Yeah.
Indiana?
Ohio
Indiana?
State, Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana.
Yeah, that's crazy to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all playing each other, y'all all bums, but then y'all finish at the top of the playoff brackets. You ain't know, you got 4 teams in.
And that's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you got Arizona State. Let's talk about the conference championship. Who did you play? you y'all see me move or grunge because my ribs, my side hurt. But if you who Arizona State play? They play Iowa State in the conference championship game. Nobody. Who did
Nope.
y'all both play? Cakewalk. Okay. Now Penn State. Lots of people trying to figure out why Penn State is ranked number 3. I think it's more of the brand. You get what I'm saying? I think it's more of okay. You only lost that what? You lost 2 games now. You
They
lost
lost
you lost
Ohio,
to Oregon and
Ohio.
then Ohio State. And I mean, when you think about those teams, of course they're gonna rank them 3. You get where I'm coming from?
They
Um,
everybody else that they didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy though.
it,
That so
it
so having a record like that, as in, what I'm saying, just that one loss difference, but you ain't played nobody. So how you a better team? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that we should be in, but I'm just, what I'm saying, basing it upon what they were saying.
yeah.
How should you be in? I don't like it. I don't like it. I just feel like it should be. I know everybody complaining, fuss about the playoffs and everything. I just feel like it should be top 12. Get rid of the championship games. It is what it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But
I totally agree, man, because you got to think about it. I mean, you got Indiana. Indiana didn't play nobody till they play Ohio State and got blowed out. You get what I'm saying? These
mhm.
teams, this are scheduling. My biggest thing is about the scheduling now. Because look at who we play. I mean, lots of people want to talk mess about the SEC or y'all not this, but let's think about it. And this goes back to what we were saying earlier. Now we talked about okay, I really feel like the sleeper team in this playoff selection in this bracket is Tennessee.
I agree totally.
I feel like that's a sleeper team that people ain't paying attention to, people ain't watching. You know what I'm saying? The run game is phenomenal. The defense is phenomenal. The quarterback play is phenomenal. Great freshman season for him anyway. Um,
They put up points and they got a great pass rush. You know what I'm saying?
and I think the thing with Texas is I think Texas can take a run with it, but if you put that pressure on Texas on yours, he's 10 to fold too. And then the biggest update is with the Carson Beck injury. You get what I'm saying? So the hand injury.
What
So
they
they,
say about him? What is his situation?
I,
Have they said?
I mean, I seen little ends and bits about it. I'm watching ESPN right now. I'm watching it on football, so I'm trying to see. But I know it. I don't know if it's going to be surgery or whatnot. But I mean, this is something that you got to think about. You throwing another quarterback under that fire out there that haven't been getting reps. So
He definitely played good Saturday in the second half against Texas. I mean, he didn't do anything outstanding, but he didn't mess it up for him
he
either.
maintained.
There you go.
He
You know,
maintained.
the team actually kind of rallied around him. They played well, man. They
Right.
finished.
I think they played. And to me, to be honest, I hate to be like this though, but to be honest, I felt like they played better with him in there than they did with Beck. You know what I'm saying? It's like they had more
I won't argue.
momentum.
I
Huh?
won't. I won't argue with it because everybody had to man up at that point. You know what I'm saying? They knew they couldn't rely on Beck. Beck is a big second half guy. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? He did it against us. He did it against Texas game. And other games as well. But you know what I'm saying? They didn't have that to rely on. Beck, but I'm getting that. So it's like
Right.
they had to step up. The running backs had to do a little more offensive line play.
ETN got off too.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just stepped up, and the defense actually played really, really good in that game, man. Really, really good.
Right, right. So I got the bracket written down. We talked about Georgia about Beck being hurt. I think that's going to play a big part of going forward. How can they, maneuver? Do you got time? You know what I'm saying? How serious the
They got
injury
a
is?
bottle, right?
Yeah, they got to buy, so it gives them time. You get what I'm saying?
Depending on the severity of his injury, I know they weren't putting it out just yet, but depending on the severity of his injury, he might be back.
Right. And I mean, I hope that. And then you got SMU, Penn State. To tell you the truth, I think Penn State going there smack SMU.
They
You know
do.
what I mean?
You know what's crazy though? And I don't never want to pull in a race card and all of that. But I agree that I think Penn State do smack them. But I'm low key pulling for them since they in there. You know what I'm saying? I hope they get in there and shatter the brackets. You know what I'm
Who?
saying? SMU. But it's likelihood of it happening. You know what I'm saying? The
Gonna get
likelihood,
their ass smacked the first
you know
round.
what I'm saying? But I know they probably gonna go out. But I pull for them. Black coach, black quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling for them.
Oh yeah, nah, they're back. They're both black quarterbacks, so I agree with you on that. We got to ride with the home team,
Yeah,
something like that. But
yeah, they're probably gonna get smacked.
but look, the thing about I think that game means more for Franklin than anything that head coach. You get what I'm saying? You got to put up something because we looking at it like,
What have you done?
what have you done? That just like you go against Ryan Day in Michigan. Like right now, after that game, are you in the hot seat right now? Is your seat hitting up?
Get
Like, come on now, like let's be honest about it.
it for real.
Yeah, let's be honest about it. Okay.
Have he beaten Michigan though since he been there?
I think he probably won once. I think that's his
Okay,
record, like 1-4 or something like that. I can't remember.
but yeah, man, it's definitely not good though. They
Nah,
should.
it ain't
I
good.
should have easily won that game. And I know people will scream, "Oh, it's a rivalry game. Anything can happen." But no, man,
They
no.
should have won with the talent.
It's way too much money on that team, bro. They loaded. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't think they had that right quarterback in that system.
So, he never was that guy. And he usually 9 times out of 10 they have a guy with some legs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But he was solid. And they leaned on the run game a lot this year. What's your guy named Judkins? They expected him to play really, really big.
you gonna have to, cause
Yeah.
you used to think about who you
They got
had
a wide
before that.
receiver, that little freshman receiver they got. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but he nice though. Real nice.
Yeah. Okay. We got Boise State. Boise State. They played UNLV.
What we picking winners? Is that what we're doing?
What?
We picking winners, or we just
No,
conversating?
no. I'm just talking about the conference championship games right now. Who they
Okay,
play.
got
I'm just saying, like, cause me, if I go down, I won't get down to that bracket though. But Boise State played UNLV. They really didn't play nobody. I feel like Oregon haven't played nobody.
no.
Notre Dame always got a cakewalk schedule, and then they never play a conference championship. So it's
AC,
like,
ACC schedule. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
but you always. But who did they lose to though?
NIU or something like that. Northern Illinois.
But they get mad with us for losing to Oklahoma, Vanderbilt. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, can we be serious right now?
Exactly, man.
Yeah,
They
can
lost
we be
to Northern
serious?
Illinois, boy.
But all right. Look, this is what we about to do, man. So we got the bracket. We talked about it. We got Clemson versus Texas. I want your input on that and who do you feel will come out on top on that game right there?
Texas win, but I think it's gonna be close though. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think so.
I think Clemson playing with house money, and Dabo is a phenomenal coach, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Have his boys ready. So I think Texas win that game just because overall talent. I don't understand why Dabo feel like he can't go in the portal. Like that makes absolutely no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
I think he just don't want to touch it.
Yeah,
He
but that's crazy when everybody else powering up. You know what I'm saying? But I guess he trusts his boys. You know what I'm saying? If he's loyal to them, they'll probably stay and be loyal to him. So but I think with what he got, you know what I'm saying, he can. They like you seen the Georgia game, the first game of the season. That's when everybody was healthy. It was week one. They played them tough.
yeah.
See, they can play Clemson. Clemson can play Texas close, but I don't think they got enough to win it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it'll be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, and I think my thing is I put my money on that Texas defense. They played a great game against Georgia. You got to look
They
who.
actually got as the season went on
Yeah,
because Texas defense was horrible at the beginning of the year.
right,
They all
right.
for points, but they wasn't that great.
Right. But I'm just saying, SMU, I know their defense might be better than SMU's, though. You get what I'm saying? Like,
For
so
sure.
I think, like you said, it'd be a close game. I think Texas takes that. Then you have a matchup with Arizona State. I just feel like, yo, y'all got that vibe, but y'all about to get blasted about either one of these teams. Because, come on, man.
Agree. I
Come
agree.
on. Because, I mean, if you think about some of these games Clemson had, you had the Miami game. Did they play Miami this year?
Who?
Clemson.
No.
Okay, I think they played Georgia Tech though, right?
Did they? I don't even know if they had Tech, bro.
I don't know if they did, but see, this is what I'm saying. You getting these cakewalk, cause like let's say you played the Miami, would you win a Miami? You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
Do you
I don't.
win in Georgia Tech?
I don't think they do.
You see what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
either of those teams though. But I'm looking at it right now. I don't think they
Right,
those teams.
right. So me personally, I think Arizona State, even though they got that first round bye, I think they'd be put out. Whoever win between Clemson and Texas, gonna
No,
beat Arizona State.
they didn't, bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Neither.
You see what I'm saying? This goes back like okay, how many games okay, before we go down this bracket, let's talk about it. Do you cancel the conference championship game or do you just take the top 12 teams like we talked about? Because at the end of the day,
We
y'all boarding these good teams. Like these
exactly
teams to be
playing interconference games. You're not playing the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? It fluctuates. Like Texas, for example. Who did they play other than Georgia? You know what I'm saying?
nobody.
They didn't play nobody in the SEC. They played Florida, but Florida was at that time, and Florida still, to be honest, ain't it? You know, who did they play in the conference? You know what I'm saying?
Got
So
you.
it's like the same thing with Clemson. They didn't. They avoided Georgia Tech. They avoided Miami. You know what I'm saying? But then you get
Right.
in SMU. So I think, like, man, on every level of football, you know what I'm saying? Forget that conference championship. If you got the best record at the end, then oh well. You know what I'm saying? You number one. You the champ. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Man, forget the rest of it. Now everything else goes on rankings.
Got you.
You
Got
know,
you.
Clemson get in off a humbug and a prayer. You know what I'm saying? Because of what? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that was a setup. I feel like they played that shit out like that, bro.
You
I
know,
keep telling you.
we go down, Clemson get in, they beat SMU. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. Who was the two teams outside the top 12? Was it Iowa State and who was the other one? Iowa State and
But
Baylor.
when it
They got
Iowa State? It was
so
somebody.
so
But I
those
but
games.
I
It's
I know
crazy.
it should have been Miami. I know I'm an Alabama fan, and you know this, and we football fans first. Um, but it should have been Miami, Alabama. Well, if we talking about strength of schedule, it should be Alabama, Miami, such and such. You know what I mean? But
But I said,
if we just talking about records, then Miami should have been above SMU. You
see
know
what
what
I
I'm saying?
Yep.
So I mean, that's just how I'm looking at it. We got this Tennessee Ohio State game.
Tennessee, Ohio State. That's gonna be probably the best week one game. Well, best first round game that's on the schedule, bro.
Yes,
I don't
yes,
see close to it. But I do see that's a home game for Ohio State, right? They
yeah,
playing.
exactly,
Yeah, I
exactly.
think go in there and upset them, bro. I
I,
think
and I,
Tennessee upset them.
and I think this is the team. To be honest with you, when I'm looking at how this is unfolding, we gotta wait to see what happens with the Georgia quarterback. Bet. But if I'm looking at this is that one team that I feel like it's that sleeper team that like okay, Tennessee can do it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think they beat Oregon.
I don't know how the bracket's laid out, but I could possibly see them where it was Oregon and Tennessee championship. They won't cross each other.
No, no, they cross because
They don't.
you have Tennessee, then you have Ohio State, and whoever win that game plays Oregon.
But I thought Oregon was number one seed. How they pull that? That's crazy. They got the way a stick on that one. But yeah,
So
that's gonna be a championship game though.
that's what I'm saying because you like the SMU, Penn State. I think Penn State wins that, and I think that'll be good because Penn State can play in that cold because they got to go to Boise State. I believe they can play in that cold. I think the key is going to be if you can stop that running back, you can win the game.
And Penn State stopped the run though.
That's if they can stop the run. You know what I mean? Could you stop the run against Oregon, or was it more passing wise? You get me?
Yeah, Oregon, you know Oregon gonna throw that thing on
This I feel like Georgia right now got the best advantage. I mean, you playing anybody out of Indiana or Notre Dame.
you.
I mean, like I really don't want to see that game. Like I refuse to watch the Indiana Notre Dame game, bro. Like there's no like it's bringing no value in this. You get what I'm
That's
saying? Like
what the people make fun of, bro. That game, oh, ain't that what Notre Dame is? Is that Indiana?
yeah, they
Yeah,
look they all together. That's an
yeah,
in-state
man.
rivalry.
Yeah, that game only matters to people there. Nobody else gonna watch that,
Man, look, I think they're gonna be really upset. You get what I'm saying?
man.
I
Mm-hmm.
think, I think I would have loved to see the Colorado in here. I would have loved to see a Miami in
Well, you
here.
talking about generating revenue,
Yeah, I mean,
man. Boy, prime against any of them teams would be fun to watch. You know?
man, look, bro. I mean, this is what it's basically about. I mean, it's no consistency, man. I just think, to me, I think half of this bracket is right, but I think they got that one thing wrong on this.
Well,
You know,
Miami,
it's
Miami,
it's two. Yeah, it's two things I think they got wrong. Not being consistent on what they said they was gonna do and
nope,
how they was gonna handle it. And then
definitely.
on top of that, you screwed Miami, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And this part two of the show because I did a part one with some Miami fans. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I
And
know they,
you, huh?
know they hot. They probably feel worse than we do.
I mean, I don't know. I listened to the Paul Pine Bar show today, boy. Them Alabama fans, man, boy. I'm like, look, at the end of the day, boy, we still got to be logical, bro. We
We
went
got three
93 underneath a new
losses.
scheme.
You know what I'm saying? We got three losses. As a fan, man, I wish they wouldn't even put me in the top 11 when they did the selection show last week.
What
Just
did
let
I
me
say, bro? I
be in.
called you.
Yeah, you said we shouldn't be in there. And we discussed what was going to happen and what we thought was going to happen. And what I held true, I was like, yeah, man, they stripped the skin mean a lot. You see how they did Miami, blah, blah, blah. You're like, Red, man, I don't know. Man, then the shit turned out exactly like you said, bro. And that just hurt me to my heart, bro. Not because you said it, but because they screwed us over. I see how Florida State felt last year. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, they said Alabama 83.8 million could buy us a playoff spot.
hey, hey, you know, hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know people might not like it when I say it. Man, we probably got in there and ran the table, man. You know what I'm
We
saying?
would, we said it. We would probably ran the table on that one now.
For real, man. Straight
Cause,
up. Bro.
'cause do you want to see a Jalen Monroe in there? Do you want to see a Ryan Williams in there? Do you
Yeah,
want to see these defense run
basketball
backs?
gotta be consistent, man. Because I think that's all Alabama's situation was this year. Inconsistency. We beat the top teams that we were supposed to blitz. You know what I'm saying? We went in there playing with them. You
We,
know, so what
I,
is we
I, I want to say something. We didn't have no discipline at first. Now
that's it.
all those penalties, all those penalties.
But this is the most undisciplined team I had since Saban, bro. Saban been there. You know what I'm saying? This team is highly undisciplined. These dudes what's your word? Smacking the coach hands and getting into it and fighting in the Auburn game. These dudes tripping. Kendrick Law punched the dude in his face. You know what I'm saying? Fourth down and against the Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? We had fourth and maybe six.
That's
You
what
know,
messed us up.
he punched the dude in the face. Now we got fourth and 13 or fourth and 21 or something weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. So discipline killed us all year, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this is the most group of guys. I know it's a podcast, so I gotta say the right thing.
Oh, you can say whatever you want to say. Oh yeah, I get what you said.
Guys, you know what I'm saying? I've ever seen, man.
Man, look, man. Hey, the new cast was. I mean, and I was a critic. I've been a critic. I ain't even gonna sit here lie. You already know I've been a critic of Jalen at times.
Oh
You know what
man,
I'm
me and
saying?
I had
And you
worst,
get mad with me. You break down the stats and
had
everything.
worst arguments. Oh my god. But go ahead though.
But
Go ahead.
I feel like he would have made a run in that playoffs. You get what I'm saying? I think that would have been dope. I think he would have used his foot. I think the passing would have been better because it would have gave us time. It would have gave us time for our body to heal.
Let's
Yeah,
do some hypotheticals. Like sitting at 11, who's the 11th seed in the playoffs? Like you looking at the bracket, who got the 11th seed?
that was SMU.
So
One,
so looking at the brackets, SMU, that's what it is.
I think so. I ain't write down. The 11, but I just knew SMU was
Okay,
11.
but I was just wondering if that's what it was. I was just gonna hypothetically play Bama versus who. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see who. So who else you got in the first round?
I mean, I got Clemson, Texas. I
That'll
got
be
Tennessee,
state
Ohio
though, right?
State.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Huh?
I said if Bama would have got in and took just say swap it out with SMU, that would have been Penn State, right?
Yeah, it would have been Penn State.
Yeah, and then who would have been the second round matchup?
Boise State.
Bama going to the championship game. You know what I'm saying? They beat them. You know what I'm saying? They beat Penn State. They beat Boise State. Then you probably run up against Georgia.
And then Beck can hurt.
You see what I'm saying? We done beat them how many times? I mean, I ain't finna
That,
be, but
hey, that's the reason why they didn't put us in there, bro.
man, we've been smacking Georgia for the longest, bro. They got one win against us, and we
It would
got
have been it would have been an SEC team versus the SEC team.
exactly. Fuck around, see Tennessee and Bama or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
man.
nah, y'all niggas can't put too many things in that, man. Nah, we're rather about the Big Ten, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see y'all.
Look, I think what they should do like NCAA basketball doing right now.
What's that?
You have the SEC versus ACC challenge, or the
Oh, exactly.
yeah. Let's see. Let's run it up.
Exactly. Not just one game, man.
The whole season.
Mm-hmm.
Let's run it up. Let's run it up.
There's gonna be a lot to a little bit, though. I promise you.
No, yeah, oh yeah. So, who you with everybody out saying who you think gonna take it?
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I gotta look at the brackets and see the matchups. I didn't never think about that. Like I said before, it's no dominant team. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you the two top the brackets. I'm gonna get the other side of the bracket, okay? And then we're gonna hop off. That'll be the end of it, right? But you got Clemson versus Texas. You say Texas, right?
Of course.
Texas plays Arizona State after that. Who wins that?
Texas plays Arizona State, Texas.
All right, okay. You got Tennessee, Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Who win that? Then Tennessee go play Oregon.
Tennessee.
Okay. All right. So
Texas, right?
Yeah. Then you got Tennessee, Texas.
Okay. And then let's go to the other side.
Okay. Then you got SMU, Penn State.
Penn State.
Penn State plays Boise State.
Penn State.
Okay. Indiana, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame will beat it.
Yeah, Notre Dame gonna thrash them, man. Then Notre Dame versus Georgia.
Georgia beat them regardless of who their quarterback is.
Okay. So Georgia and Boise State.
No, it'd be Georgia and Penn State.
Okay, Georgia and Penn State.
Yeah, I think Georgia beat Penn State. I think that Texas Tennessee game gonna be hell.
Either way it goes, it's gonna be SEC versus SEC.
Exactly. Tennessee. Tennessee and Georgia national championship, bro.
All right, who you take for Tennessee versus Georgia?
Bet playing. Take Georgia. Bet not playing.
I'm gonna ride with Tennessee.
Bet not playing. I'm taking Tennessee.
I'm gonna ride with Tennessee.
Tennessee to win the whole thing. You heard it right here on the Hub Society podcast.
I'm telling you, man. I picked Tennessee, man, because I like that freshman quarterback. I like the receiver core. I like the running game. You get what I'm saying?
That boy dope.
And then we beat Georgia. Tennessee beat us.
That's how the SEC goes. That's how it goes, bro. If it falls that way, wouldn't it be crazy, bro? You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna replay this episode.
Forever.
Forever. We told y'all boys what was gonna be.
For real. But it's gonna be cool. I think you picked some good stuff though, and I really agree with you though. But I just hate the fact that we didn't see, like, we couldn't get a Colorado and Deion. I mean, wait, one game, that K-State game cost him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or was it Kansas?
It was that last. I think that Kansas game cost them.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Oklahoma cost us. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I could have seen, you know what I'm saying, those teams in there. We could have got a Bama in there. We could have got a Colorado in there. We could have got a Miami in there.
Ole Miss. Okay. So
But did they have a chance though? Did they like have a pass?
yeah, yeah. South Carolina too.
So what they kind of trembled at the end of type deal.
You know,
But
Ole Miss lost.
because if Bama would have continuously did what they were supposed to do, then you know what I'm saying would have been now. Who did Ole Miss lose to? Was it a Georgia? Georgia beat them, right?
I think no. I think they beat Georgia. They beat a top ranked team. I think they beat Georgia.
Did they? So that was Georgia's second loss. Okay, got you. Georgia lost to Ole Miss and Bama.
Yeah,
Okay, got
because you would have had Georgia Tech. They would have almost lost that Georgia Tech game. You
you.
get what
Yeah,
I'm
that
saying? So
was 8 overtime. That's
right,
crazy.
8 overtime.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
so let's go from the 12. Let's do this before we get off it. The
Uh,
12 to the 16. They said we had 16 teams, so we already got the top 12, right? So you would have had Alabama, Miami. You would have had Ole Miss outside looking in.
South Carolina.
Ole Miss and South Carolina.
But that changed the whole field. You know what I'm saying? That changes everything. That changes everything.
Because because now I'm looking at it, that would have been the case. The SMU game wouldn't matter. The Penn State game wouldn't matter. The Indiana game wouldn't matter. The
Exactly.
Notre Dame
I know
game.
the one person hit his podcast the other night though, dog. They gonna be really hot with us because they like, oh y'all ain't giving them no credit, but boy, they not it. You know what I'm saying?
Who?
Them other teams, SMU's and you know Penn State. Penn State is not it, bro. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? Oregon, I respect Oregon. That's why I said it was kind of I was hesitant when to make that pick with Oregon and Tennessee. If that happens, that's gonna be a hell of a game. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a very good football game, bro. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But that's the Oregon is the only team that I see up that I really respect, man. You know what I'm saying? They just play so clean. They discipline. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They play sideline on offense and defense. They make you cover on offense.
Right.
Take every
Right.
the quarterback he don't make mistakes. He just throwing the quick routes. You know what I'm saying? He catch you slipping, he gonna hit you deep. Like they play sound football, and I respect it. But other than that, them top teams, I don't. Ohio State, nah. Penn State, nah. Indiana, SMU, nah. I don't respect none of them teams, bro.
Mm-mm. I
I,
don't. I don't. I mean, you know, and the thing about it is like it's kind of hard for me to respect Boise State too. But I mean, when you got that boy running and you only loss that you got is to Oregon, I
yeah,
have to respect you. You get what I'm saying? I respect that team better than the Arizona State being
like
in the bye.
saying they won dimensional. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that running back that the Arizona State got, I don't even know. I think he might be a white boy. You seen him?
he is.
Remember we watched that game
Yeah, he is.
at my house. He was killing. I can't remember who he killed, but it was crazy. Was that Scatterbo or Scatterboo or something like that?
No, we were watching that. Was we watching? I can't think of the
But
name. I forgot who was watching.
that boy can run that football. They said they got Penn State. We won
Yeah,
first game.
Penn State versus SMU.
Oh, not SMU. Who Arizona State play first one?
Oh, they got to buy.
Really?
Oh, this is what I'm saying. They got to buy, bro. They got to buy. You
Yeah.
serious?
Make it
This,
make sense. Make it make sense.
man, I hope that buy gonna be worth it, cause it's gonna be over with. But like, you take a Ole Miss in South Carolina, Alabama, and Miami, you put them in here. I will watch the games, but I wouldn't. Like, let me get past the Indiana, Notre Dame, and SMU game.
I won't watch that one. I promise you. I
No,
won't.
me neither, man. I don't want to watch it. I think they got it wrong. Like I say, the only thing I think they got wrong is the SMU. I
Yeah.
mean,
And they
they,
and they and they hose Miami. That's another one.
exactly.
You know, whether I mean I can't be angry because we 9-3. Our fate of our season was in our hand as a Bama fan speaking. Our season was in our hands. So, you know what I'm saying? That's something that we messed up on. We dropped the ball. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like I shared with you earlier, I feel like we're a couple of plays away, you know what I'm saying, 3 to 5 plays away from being 11-1. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we try, you know what I'm saying? Inconsistency. The only game we really got whooped and handled was that Oklahoma game. The other games was right there for us, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I agree with you, man. That's why I say, man, I'm ready to see it. We about to move forward with it, man, and Hopefully we get a good game, and man, hopefully we can come back after the first rounds and talk about it some
I
more.
would love to come back and talk about it. I probably I'm gonna, that now. That give me more incentive to watch because I was about to say I was just about to say before you got off I was gonna be drunk and really didn't care who won because
Yeah.
I don't piss about nothing but the tie. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I'm gonna watch just so we can have a good conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, then, man. I appreciate you joining our platform, the podcast, man. This is your boy Hustle. I'm out. You got my partner Reggie, my hand. Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
for us, man.
Blitz, Bama, Blitz.
Roll Tide.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
out, my brother. I'll holler at you later.
Yes, sir. Go.